Good evening and welcome to the Monday edition of Source 16 News at 10. Kentucky State Police at this hour are looking for a female juvenile escapee who is on the run in the Murray area. The Murray Group Home reportedly called State Police to report a juvenile had escaped from the Adult Education Center in Murray and was last seen around 2:50. State Police described the juvenile as a black female, 5'4", 146 pounds, black shoulder-length hair, and she has a tattoo of a blue and red star on her right forearm. Police say she was last seen wearing a black t-shirt, a black Rockaware brown jacket with gold buttons, dark jeans, and yellow Converse tennis shoes. If anyone has information concerning this female, you are asked to contact State Police at 1-800-222-5555. The Hopkinsville Beautification Commission held their monthly meeting tonight and discussed the results of a recent community tree survey and possibly changing the city's trash for cash program. According to the survey, there are 2 public street trees and only one of them is considered to be in good condition. The survey also indicated the city has over 1,200 possible tree planting sites and 23 public trees recommended for removal. Christian County Extension Agent Kelly Jackson explains more about the survey results.
91 trees in park and public spaces. There are 670 vacant planting spaces along streets, 541 vacant planting spaces in parks and public spaces, and then there are 11 stumps that need to be removed also.
In other business, Management Services Coordinator Angela Satterley asked the Commission what direction her research should go concerning how much money should be paid out to participants in the city's Trash for Cash program.
Mayor had suggested that we go back and review it and maybe make some suggestions on how to amend or add to or take away the current litter abatement program that operates in the city of Hopkinsville.
The Commission then discussed finalizing plans for their April 15th Arbor Day event at Heritage Christian Academy and their April 21st Trail of Tears Earth Day event. The next Hopkinsville Beautification Commission meeting is scheduled for May 2nd. Well, it was a bumpy afternoon and some local factory workers were injured today when a plant on Frank Yost Lane was hit by straight-line winds or a possible tornado. A line of strong storms pushed across western Kentucky just before noon today, prompting the National Weather Service in Paducah to issue severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings for several counties in our viewing area. But the majority of the damage was reported in Christian County. TJ Automotive, or T-Gask, on Frank Yost Lane, about 2 or 3 miles north of Pembroke, was hit by straight-line winds or a possible tornado. Hopkinsville Police spokesman Paul Ray talked to Source 16 about the injuries.
If you would just kind of give us a summary.
A little bit after 12 today, either a tornado or some very strong winds here at Pembroke Road at T-Gas came through, actually knocked out the power line, and actually did some damage to the building. We do know that 7 people were injured because of this. Now these injuries are non-life-threatening, bumps and bruises. Those 7 have been taken to a medical center via ambulance. The other employees, there were 184 here at the time. All those employees have been accounted for. They've shut off all the utilities here at T-Gas, all the electricity, all the gas, to prevent anything from returning further. So all the employees are obviously going to be going home for the day, and right now that's where we stand.
No fatalities?
No fatalities. Those injuries that occurred were non-life-threatening at this time.
Source 16 also spoke to T-Gask employee Janet Meacham, who was inside the factory when it hit.
Well, I'm the receiving part, and I'm in this corner here.
Where most of the damage was?
Well, no, I think the worst is in the back when it blew through. When the power went out, I used the procedures to go to the restroom, and when I stood up to go, I seen the garage door coming off, so I crawled up under my desk and stayed there till it was over.
As you see, there were numerous emergency officials that responded to the scene, including Hopkinsville Police, the Christian County Sheriff's Department, Christian County Rescue, Hopkinsville Fire Department, and several ambulances. There was also some other damage reports around Christian County. Emergency officials reported a tree on top of a mobile home at 4802 Rosetown Road, as well as a barn that was hit, and a lot of debris in that area, apparently from T-Gask. Of course, that was all in the Pembroke area. Officials also reported between the 2000 and 3000 block of Beaker Road near Pembroke, there was a tree down and debris from T-Gask. Christian County Weather Spotters Coordinator David Powell told Source 16 crews with the National Weather Service will be in Christian County tomorrow morning to survey the damage at Teagasc and around Pembroke, as well as the Lacey area where there may have been a second tornado touchdown. Powell says a roof was blown off a car wash and several trees were knocked down. Meanwhile, Hopkinsville Electric General Manager Austin Carroll told Source 16 there were some scattered outages in the city during the storm, and about 85 customers in the Casey Meade area were without electricity due to 2 damaged utility poles. However, Pennyrile Electric experienced a total of about 1,564 outages during the peak of the storm, according to spokesman Brent Gilkey. As of mid-afternoon, Gilkey says there were 284 customers without power in the Cadiz district, 44 in the Elkton district, 181 in the Hopkinsville district, and about 241 in the Russellville district. However, at this hour, just about all of the utilities, if not all of them, have been restored. In other parts of our viewing area, emergency officials told Source 16 there were no reports of damage in Callaway, Graves, and Marshall counties. However, in Ballard County, highway maintenance crews reported a number of trees down on highways around the county, along with several barns blown over. Officials say the worst damage appears to be in the Slater area along Kentucky 1290 south of La Center, where a barn blew over onto a piece of highway mowing equipment. And due to the heavy rainfall, motorists will need to use extra caution this evening while traveling around the viewing area, as some roads may still be flooded. Transportation Cabinet spokesman Keith Todd is reporting water over the road signs have been placed along Kentucky 502 and Hopkins County between the 1 and 3 mile marker due to water up on the edge of the pavement in that area. In other news, Mayfield police are continuing to investigate an alleged murder that left an Oak Grove Church Road man dead over the weekend. Police say they responded to a call of a shooting at 1210 Wilford Street in Mayfield around 3:40 Saturday morning. When officers arrived, they found 30-year-old David Nemish II of Mayfield lying on the floor with multiple gunshot wounds. Graves County Coroner Philip McLean pronounced Nemish dead on the scene. Police say the investigation is still open at this hour. A former Kentucky State Police state trooper is dead, and another man is recovering after a boating accident on the Tennessee River over the weekend. Officials say the men were fishing in the Tennessee River Saturday morning just below Kentucky Dam in an area where turbulent water met calm water. According to reports, when rescue crews arrived, they found 2 of the boaters deceased. The Marshall County coroner identified the victims as retired KSP State Trooper 64-year-old William Ray Herman of Campbellsburg and 44-year-old Harold Andy Myers of Louisville. The third boater, identified by KSP as Tom Roberts, was rescued and transported to Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville. Officials say the dam gates were open and there was turbulent water at the time of the accident. Motorists traveling in Graves County tomorrow need to be aware of a road closure. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet plans to close Kentucky 849, the Folsomdale Lowe's Road, to replace a cross drain. Kentucky 849 will be closed between Kentucky 945 and US 45 from around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning until around 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Transportation Cabinet spokesman Keith Todd says local access for property owners will be maintained on each side of the closure, but all other motorists need to make alternate travel plans. According to Todd, there will not be a marked detour. The Western Kentucky region is one step closer to receiving its first hospice house thanks to a donation from the Murray Rotary Club. The club recently made the $1,000 donation to the Murray Callaway Endowment for Health Care. The money will be put towards the building of the residential hospice house and to support projects within the Murray Callaway Endowment for Health Care. The hospice house will be a 12-bed residential facility designed to provide patients with limited life expectancy and their families a nurturing home-like setting. The house will be the first in the region, serving Western Kentucky and neighboring sections of Tennessee and southern Illinois. A Hopkins County man is behind bars this morning facing drug trafficking charges. As part of a joint investigation with the Madisonville Police Department Vice Narcotics Unit and the Hopkins County Sheriff's Department, William A. Nisbet IV was arrested Saturday and charged with trafficking in a controlled substance in the first-degree cocaine. Authorities are continuing their investigation. A Greenville man was charged with first-degree assault for allegedly shooting another man in Muhlenberg County Saturday night. Jason Lamar was arrested by state police after troopers responded to 261 Bryan Lake Road in Graham and found Harold Gray with a gunshot wound. Gray was transported to St. Mary's Hospital in Evansville, Indiana for treatment. Lamar was taken into custody and lodged in the Muhlenberg County Detention Center. The US 62 Cumberland River Bridge is open to traffic after it was closed when it was hit by a barge. Coast Guard officials say the motor vessel Mary L was on the Cumberland River towing 11 empty barges early Sunday morning when high water discharged from the Barkley Dam and forced the tow to make an intentional grounding. The barge struck a pier on the US 62 Cumberland River Bridge at Lake City immediately below Barkley Dam. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says there are no reports of damage to the barges and no injuries resulting from the incident. According to transportation officials, there was no structural damage to the bridge and it reopened around 10:45 this morning. The Mary L is owned by Ingram Barge Lines. Now it's time to take a look at some upcoming chamber events brought to you by the Hopkinsville Christian County Community Vision Plan. The Chamber of Commerce invites you to attend the Lunch and Learn series on Tuesday, April 12th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Commerce Center. The seminar will cover strategies to help with networking success at meetings and businesses. The cost for the class is $15 and online registration is open until April 11th at hopkinsvillechamber.com. The Minority Economic Development Initiative of West Kentucky has partnered with Jenny Stewart Medical Center to present MEDI's Business to Buyer Procurement Luncheon Thursday at noon at the MEDI office at 1101A South Main Street in downtown. Registration is $15 per person and is due by Wednesday. To register, you can call Nadia Ferguson at 270-885-8885. And applications for the 2011 Hopkinsville Police Department Citizens Police Academy are being accepted through Monday, April 11th. You must be 18 years old before April 21st to be eligible, and applications can be picked up at the Hopkinsville Police Department. Classes will be held at the Hopkinsville Community College each Thursday night beginning April 21st through Thursday, June 23rd from 5:30 p.m. through 8:30 p.m. These chamber events are brought to you by the Hopkinsville Christian County Vision Plan. Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot is $30 million and Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is $218 million.